Understanding the role of the Angakkuq in Inuit, Yupik, and Aleut cultures. The Angakkuq, plural, Angakkuit, is a central spiritual figure in Inuit culture, with closely related shamanic roles found among the Yupik and Aleut peoples. These figures are often described as shamans, medicine people, or spiritual mediators, and their practices, social roles, and ceremonial responsibilities are deeply embedded in the cosmologies and survival strategies of Arctic indigenous societies. 1. Who were the Angakkuq and their equivalents? Inuit. The Angakkuq. The Angakkuq is a spiritual and intellectual leader, healer, and mediator between the human and spirit worlds in Inuit society. The role is found across Inuit groups, with regional variations in name and practice, but always rooted in the belief that all beings and forces possess spirits, Anirnit. Both men and women could become Angakkuit, though it was less common for women Yupik. The shaman, Angakkuq. The Yupik shaman, sometimes called Angakkuq, served similar functions: healing, spiritual mediation, ensuring hunting success, and protecting the community from malevolent spirits. Yupik shamans are especially noted for their elaborate masked ceremonies and communal rituals. Aleut, the shaman, medicine person. Among the Aleut, Unangan, shamans or medicine men, women played parallel roles, focusing on healing, divination, and maintaining harmony with the natural world. Their practices are less extensively documented but align closely with those of the Inuit and Yupik too. Practices: soul journeys, healing rituals, and spirit communication, soul journeys. Soul journeys are a hallmark of the Angakkuq's practice. In trance states, the Angakkuq spirit leaves the body to travel to other realms, such as the sky, underworld, or the domain of powerful spirits like Sedna, the sea goddess, or Scylla, the spirit of the air. These journeys are undertaken to heal the sick by retrieving lost souls, seek guidance, restore balance, or negotiate with spirits responsible for illness or environmental imbalance. Trance states and spirit communication Angakkuit enter altered states of consciousness using drumming, chanting, dancing, isolation, or fasting. In these states, they communicate with spirits, both helpful, Turngeite, often animal spirits, and potentially harmful, to diagnose and treat illness, ensure hunting success, and maintain environmental harmony. Rituals often involve offerings, songs, and the careful treatment of animal remains to honor the spirits and ensure their continued goodwill. Healing rituals. Healing ceremonies involve trance, spirit journeys, ritual song, pisiat, drum dancing, and the use of sacred objects like amulets and talismans. The Angakkuq may perform soul retrieval, smudging, cleansing with smoke, and communal healing ceremonies where the community participates through singing, dancing, and storytelling. Diagnosis may involve divination, such as the Caribou Inuit practice of Kilanek, where spirits answer questions through ritual objects, communicating with animal nature spirits. The Angakkuq's role as mediator is especially important in hunting societies. They communicate with animal spirits to ensure hunting success, often through trance journeys, offerings, and strict observance of taboos. Rituals to appease Sedna, the sea goddess, are among the most significant. The Angakkuq journeys to her underwater home, combs her hair, and pleads for the return of sea animals. After a hunt, rituals such as feeding the spirit of a killed seal with melted snow or saving the bladder, believed to house the animal's spirit, are performed to honor the animal and ensure its spirit returns. 3. Community respect and responsibility. Social position and selection. Angakkuit were highly respected, but lived ordinary lives unless called upon for spiritual intervention. Selection could be hereditary, prophetic, based on special abilities, or the result of surviving hardship. Training involved mentorship, learning rituals, and gaining a spirit guide, Turngeaq. Their authority was spiritual and moral, not political, and their influence depended on their perceived success as healers and mediators. Community role. Angakkuit acted as healers, diviners, interpreters of taboos, and facilitators of confessions or penance to restore harmony. They were called upon in times of illness, misfortune, or breaches of taboo, and their work was often communal, reinforcing social bonds and collective well-being. For services benefiting the whole community, e.g. ensuring hunting success, they typically worked without payment. For individual services, they might receive remuneration. D4. Examples of ceremonies: healing ceremonies, soul retrieval. The Angakkuq enters trance, journeys to the spirit world, retrieves a lost soul, and reintegrates it into the patient through ritual acts such as blowing or singing over them. Smudging, cleansing. Burning sacred plants to purify the patient and space, accompanied by prayers and chants. Community healing. The patient is placed at the center of a communal gathering, with singing, drumming, and dancing to support healing. Hunting success ceremonies. Pre-hunt rituals. Hunters seek the blessing of animal spirits, perform cleansing rituals, and may abstain from certain activities to show respect. Appeasing Sedna. The Angakkuq journeys to Sedna's realm to plead for the release of sea animals, often after a period of scarcity, post-hunt observances. Offerings are made to the animal's spirit, e.g., feeding a seal's spirit with water, and taboos are observed to ensure the animal's spirit returns environmental balance and harmony with nature. Seasonal ceremonies. Marking the return of the sun, animal migrations, or seasonal changes, these rituals reaffirm the community's dependence on natural cycles and express gratitude to the spirits. Purification and taboo observance. Rituals to cleanse individuals or the community of spiritual pollution, restoring harmony and preventing misfortune or scarcity. Weather and sea rituals. The Angakkuq may enter trance to communicate with spirits controlling weather or sea conditions, seeking to restore balance and protect the community. 5. Comparative notes. Yupik and Aleut practices. Yupik, noted for elaborate masked ceremonies involving the whole community, with the shaman, Angakkuq, leading rituals for healing, hunting, and spirit communication. Aleut, shamans performed healing, divination, and ceremonies for hunting and environmental harmony, using trance, drumming, chanting, and amulets. All three cultures share the core functions of spiritual mediation, healing, and ensuring survival, though ceremonial details and artifacts may differ. Cultural significance and modern context. The Angakkuq's role is deeply tied to the survival and cohesion of Arctic indigenous communities, embodying a worldview of interconnectedness and reciprocity with nature. Colonization and missionary activity suppressed many traditional practices, but there is a modern revival and renewed interest in Angakkuq knowledge and rituals as part of cultural revitalization. These practices continue to inspire contemporary approaches to environmental stewardship and indigenous identity.